I am an Australian father who survived a decade long abusive relationship. Not the kind that people see in movies, not the kind that leaves bruises, but the kind that destroys your identity, your self esteem, your confidence, your agency, while the world saw something else. I stayed for the kids. I stayed because I had been convinced that the abuse was all my fault. I was convinced by my abuser that if I just tried harder, it would get better. But it didn't get better, at least not for long. Each day, things would escalate until one day something horrific happened. I was falsely accused of the worst possible crime. In that moment, I was petrified. I was confused. I was broken. And I realized this wasn't just emotional abuse anymore. It was a systematic destruction of my very being. I reached out to the support services that were supposed to help victims of family violence. And what I found was silence. As a man, as a father, I discovered there were very few places that understood what it meant to be as a male victim of family violence. Many services didn't respond when I reached out, and the ones that had written advice on their websites still retained this undercurrent that the man must have done something to have deserved it, that somehow it was their anger management or stress issues that were actually at fault here. It became clear there were very few out there that were built to see men experiencing what I was experiencing. But I got lucky. By sheer chance, I found a therapist who truly understood male victims of family violence. I found a lawyer who knew how to advocate for me. And with their support, plus years of research, writing, and therapy, I began to find my way through. So I built Stand Again because I knew other men were out there experiencing what I had experienced, but without the help I was lucky enough to find. Because men deserve more than silence, they deserve support, safety, and hope. Stand Again isn't therapy, it's not legal advice, it's a guide built from my lived experience that I hope will help male victims of family violence understand what's happening to them, survive as best they can through it, recover from the damage, and eventually lead them to a place they can thrive. It exists for all the men out there who are being manipulated, controlled, falsely accused, gaslit, or alienated from their children, and don't know how to dig themselves out of that deep, dark, and frightening hole they've been pushed into. You don't have to be perfect to be worth protecting. You don't have to stay stuck in fear, silence, or shame. You can recover. You can parent with strength. You can thrive. And yes, you can feel joy again. And no matter how many times you've been knocked down, you can stand again.